Compared to the White House that has had series of security breaches, even after it took down the open-door policy in the 1920s, the Kremlin, located in central Moscow, which is home to President of the Russian Federation, hasn't had much or even none security breaches heard of. Most of what happened far back in the 1800s were demolitions, and the Kremlin happens to be the only man-made building that is a World Heritage Site according to UNESCO. Join me as we tour around the Kremlin and discover new things. Just before we walk into the Resurrection Gate, this yellowish circle you see on the ground is the kilometer zero of Moscow. This landmark marks the starting point for the measurement of distances from Moscow to other cities in Russia. It's a symbolic spot where many visitors make wishes or toss coins while standing at its center. There are a whole lot of people here. The Moscow Kremlin attracts around 2.5 million visitors annually on average. This number can vary depending on global travel trends, political events, and other factors. The Kremlin, as one of Russia's most iconic landmarks, draws tourists from around the world to explore its museums, cathedrals, and historic grounds. Beautiful lightings in front of the Gum Mall on Red Square are often referred to as festive illuminations or decorative garlands. These are intricately arranged strings of LED lights that are installed year-round, but become particularly enchanting during the holiday seasons, like New Year and Christmas. Design: the lights are typically hung in long, elegant rows that stretch across the street, creating a glowing canopy over the pedestrian walkway. Significance: these decorations enhance the magical atmosphere of Red Square, especially at night, making it a popular spot for both tourists and locals to take photos. Seasonal variation: while the lights are a constant feature, their designs and patterns may change for special occasions or events, such as Victory Day or Moscow City Day. The Gum Glavny Universalny Magazine is a historic shopping arcade located directly across from Red Square, near the Kremlin. Built between 1890 and 1893, it is a masterpiece of Russian Revival architecture with elements of steel and glass, designed by Alexander Pomerantsev and Vladimir Shukhov. The building combines traditional Russian architectural styles with modern engineering techniques of the time, featuring a steel framework and an arched glass roof that allows natural light to flood its interior. Originally built as a state department store, Gum now houses luxury brands, boutiques, restaurants, and cafes. It also frequently hosts cultural exhibitions and events. The famous clock in Moscow is the Kremlin clock or Spasskaya Tower clock. It is located on the Spasskaya Tower, the most prominent tower of the Kremlin overlooking Red Square. The clock dates back to the 15th century, with the first version believed to have been installed in 1491 by Italian architect Pietro Antonio Solari. The current clock mechanism was installed in 1851 to 1852 by the Butenot brothers, renowned Russian clockmakers.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time.
Contrary to public beliefs that this stone wall was used for executions, it was actually to announce the ascension of new kings, and also for other religious purposes.
Make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh.
The Grand Kremlin Palace is a stunning architectural masterpiece that serves as one of the most important political and cultural landmarks in Russia. Built between 1837 and 1849 during the reign of Emperor Nicholas I. Initially constructed as a residence for Russian emperors, today it serves as the official residence of the President of Russia and is used for state functions, ceremonies, and receptions.
I see you walking by. Take my hands, my feet, and look me in my eyes. Just like a movie, I've been dancing my whole life. And you just beg to see me dance just one more time.
As you can see, certain renovations are being made yearly just to keep the place everly fresh and attract more tourists. Keep watching to see how the palace display parades just to change shifts. Just before we left, something interesting met us, and this kinda happens almost all the time, and you are going to see it too.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine.
The eternal flame and the accompanying memorial are located at the tomb of the unknown soldier in the Alexander Garden near the Kremlin wall. This memorial honors the Soviet soldiers who died during World War II, the Great Patriotic War, and is a poignant symbol of military glory and sacrifice. The eternal flame, installed in 1967, it burns continuously as a symbol of remembrance for the fallen soldiers whose names are unknown. The flame originates from a gas-fed system and is carefully maintained to ensure it never extinguishes. The honor guard of the presidential regiment watches over the memorial 24/7, regardless of weather conditions. The guards represent respect and eternal vigilance in honoring the sacrifices of those who fought for the country. The guard change occurs every hour with the precise and ceremonial process. The guards march in perfect synchronization to symbolize discipline, respect, and the enduring legacy of military honor. The practice draws on traditions of military honor guards around the world, reinforcing a sense of solemnity and reverence. Fresh flowers are often placed at the memorial by visitors, officials, and foreign dignitaries to pay tribute to the fallen soldiers. National holidays, especially Victory Day May 9, see the site adorned with wreaths and an abundance of flowers. The memorial serves as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made for peace and the sovereignty of the country. It is a place of national pride and deep emotional connection for Russians and visitors alike.
rising water never flow backwards. Tick tock, I still gotta work hard to get job forward.性格天生有着反骨的姿态，缺席了掌声，汗水也让人淋漓畅快。小小的意外不算失败，命运是降临，我也不退缩。我不要太多猜，想太多不如去做一个心动派。也忘了有多久没有肆无忌惮的大笑，人群越热闹，我就感觉越寂寥。谁没走过黑暗的泥沼？谁没经过人生的低潮？勇敢尝试不同的味道，才值得更美好。回头去看，让走过的路成为自己的骄傲。听着风萧细雪的嘲笑，越是渴望远笑。
In all, it was a very interesting tour. I took photos with those who wanted to take photos with me. I learned some entirely new things, and I was quite amazed at other things too, with the Kremlin having more amounts of visitors than the White House. Yet there are no records of multiple security breaches. Would you say it is much safer or harder to break in than the White House? Thanks for watching. Comments below and subscribe to Side IT.